Welcome back to our Hawaiian saga in Victoria 3. For our first two episodes, we've scraped by, we've barely survived. In this episode, we are going to be making a giant leap forward in terms of our economy by building our first factory. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started right away by building this factory and hoping that we have enough population to truly finance it. So I've been kind of poking around here off camera, and I'm thinking that our tool workshop might be our best bet here. So it's going to be not necessarily productive to start with, but once we start getting it built, once we start exporting some of these goods and switching over some of our industry, I think that we might be in a good spot. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get paused and let it go. And I just knocked over my Red Bull. Okay. Hope everybody's been having a wonderful day. We're going to go ahead and slow that down to speed 4. While we're waiting on that, we're going to start looking through some of our technology. And I think I really want to start looking into maybe some law enforcement, going down a little more of the society. Now, we are working on our central archives, which is going to help our home affairs and our tax capacity, but I think some law enforcement to protect those who are, maybe in power a little bit, and then throwing a little currency, working towards banking to get some minting up in our country is going to be our next best bets here. If we look at our money, we are losing a little bit of money today or this week. It's just kind of ping-ponging back and forth as we're just waiting for some stuff to really cook through. If we look at our population right now, our lower strata is struggling. However, that is probably among some of the highest that we've seen through this entire playthrough. And then if we look through our medium, our medium and upper stratas, they are secure and impoverished. They do have some excess. Their needs are slightly expensive to afford. It looks like furniture is probably up there. Furniture and maybe some booze. So let's take a look into our trade. If we could maybe import some booze, that might make some people happy. We're going to be using 13 boats, so that is perfect. Let's see if we can't continue to drive forward in some of these. Got an election. Who deserves the credit? Recent investments in the Hawaiian island towards our banana plantation has brought forth the question, let me go ahead and pause, who should get the credit for the boost in investments? However, opinions seem to be split. Farmers deserve the credit. Our opposition, our landowners deserve the credit. Our landowners are up there quite a ways. So let's go ahead and continue to push some people towards them. They are plus 15 for us, which gives us aristocrat investments and influence. I love being positive monies. Go through our wages. We are paying the most that we can. I don't want to lower taxes. Mainly because I don't want to end up in a very negative spot. I think Central Archives is going to take too long, so let's see if we can't maybe throw that out of the agenda. Not really a way of doing that, so we're going to click on law enforcement, then back down to the Central Archives. I just want to get some of that rolling a little bit for us. We got 28 weeks until our tool smithy is done. And what that's going to allow us to do, it's going to allow us to turn this over to sawmills, which is going to increase our wood production, which is going to lower the cost of wood within our market, which will make it cheaper. And then if we look elsewhere, it's not going to necessarily do anything. Let's go over to our buildings. Tool workshop is going to increase. that looks like that might be the only place that we can actually put, or our lumber camp looks like it might be the only place that we can actually put some of these tools to work. But I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. So we're just going to continue to wait another 22 weeks here. Let's check on our other industries here. So fish is slightly making money. It's just kind of in between. I need to find a way of freeing up, of industrializing some of our economy here. Our loyalists are kind of decreasing and our radicals are increasing. Population is always increasing along with our standard of living. Our literacy is taking off. We are currently the 17th most literate nation in the world. I approve of that. However, our GDP sucks. We have moved up a little bit. 15 weeks, we're just going to blitz through here because it is a little bit of a waiting game. Let's see if we can't maybe look into our markets. Balances. Honestly, like... would it be... Nope, not beneficial to import clothes. Alright. Got a bunch of things happening all at the same time. We got our line infantry. That was a passive gather from our technology trees in our military branch that came through. Let's see. Right here, line infantry. That's going to give us dragoons, line infantry, and cuirassiers. Now let's take a look at our industry here. We don't have the iron, so we're not going to do that. But what we need is to flip. Actually, let's see if we can't hire a little bit before we start flipping anything. And I think we start subsidizing that. That's going to do us a lot of good. Now, we've got a tool in the market. Let's flip this over to tools. All right. Got a lot of tools out in the market. Our balance is going to be running down. I think now if we were to build another port, maybe? We don't have any clippers. That would increase our convoys by a lot. How many convoys do I have being produced? 80? Yeah, we're just going to build another layer of our shipyard. Representing his constituents in the Democratic Party has issued a formal petition of landed voting. Next 5 years, governmental petition is added to the journal. It's not part of our laws. Tax. I mean, we could do appointed bureaucracy or bureaucrats. Because I don't know. What kind of likelihood do we have of passing that? Let's go to, oh, it's not under diplomacy. It would be under our government. Let's get that out of here. And they want landed voting. Well, that moves us away from our monarchy. Landed voting. Voting. Be underneath the power structure here. Maybe not. Taxation. Got to get the colonies up. Landed voting, there it is. Plus authority, plus legitimacy. Government size is increased. Disallowed by chiefdoms. Honestly, like... I don't think it's that big of a deal, is it? Let's get that ball rolling. We are hemorrhaging money. A new admiral has presented himself as a port. Nephew of... Plus 2% becomes a loyalist. Sure. I like loyalists. Okay, now let's check on our tool factory. We are completely staffed. What do we have going on in our market? Cheap as all get out. Let's see if we can't maybe export some of these tools. Oh, yeah. But we will be negative. Let's make the French market better. And then we should be getting... we'll do a little American and Japanese market. So that's going to be pushing us very negative. Too negative, apparently. Our block. Humbug. It's going to push us very negative. However, we should be getting another port up and running here shortly, which will be in a much better spot. The debate has succeeded. Let's lower our governmental wages a hair. That'll be fine. I just don't want to go super negative. Mechanical tools. Okay. We're about to start going negative on the dollar reduce. So if we stop subsidizing, that's going to make it a much better situation. Sins of our past. Proponents of the land voting reform have called attention to the past abuses of power by the current regime. Power corrupts, which is why the power must be held to the account by the voters. Yeah. Okay. So we're back positive on the dollar reduce. Standard of living looks like it increased. We are also absolutely taking off on our GDP. So our first factory has been a success so far. Now we just need to make sure that we are able to staff and make it worth our while. We are employing 2,500. We're gaining a little bit of a budget. Farming boom, boost our farms further. Foreign manifesto. Recent translated work of the Herman Turk have become popular with the peasant movement. I don't think that we really want to mess with that. Whatever. We'll just accept it at this point. I think that's going to make our radicals go up. Substantially. I shouldn't have done that. That's a bad choice. Okay. Just realize that you're living on a beautiful little island. Don't you worry about a thing. Our tools are not doing us any good. So if we remove that, just go to the American market. What if we... No good. Got some sugar that might help. Japanese market. Let's send some fruit to them. Law enforcement has been enacted. Let's take a look to see if we can't do something. Oop. Okay. What are we doing? We're just floating. Oh my gosh. All the pop-ups. Standard of living has been increased again, right? Let's go to our population. They're now impoverished. They're impoverished and they're secure. Yes, we're moving in the right direction. Income tax, poll tax, income tax. Let us... We gotta get the booze going. I don't have the people. Alright, we are advancing. We're getting pretty darn close to having our landed voting. We've got low standard of living, but low expectations. Wait a minute. The low strata. We've got to raise up the low strata again? Good lord. What do we need to do that? So across the board, it looks like if we could get maybe a furniture import going. What's our furniture gonna do? Yeah. We're gonna be down bad on the transports again. And we're maxed out there. So we need to now get convoys. Convoys will be built from... factory of some sorts, right? 600 construction, making 35 clippers per level. That will... Available laborers. Nobody. Okay. Just gonna let it do its thing for now. As we continue to work on our landed voting, let's take a look at the... Speaking of landed voting. Alright, so that's going to give us 100 more authority, which I think we need to start maybe taxing some of these things. Legitimacy is going up by 100. Our legitimacy based on votes is going up. We got some political strengths. Cool. Oh no, that means we've got elections. Forgot about that. Alright, that's my little caveat. Nobody wants to go back to that now, which that makes sense. Let's take a look at a market. Is everybody secure in food? It looks like we're good. I wanted to look at the Hawaiian market. We are sending the most through the Hawaiian market. A little bit of a decreased efficiency of some of our shipping lanes, but that's totally understandable based on the lack of clippers. So do we... I think the next question is do we build more clippers, which then allows us to do a lot more fish, Would that increase the total number of bodies? No, it would not. So, I'll pose it to y'all here in the comments down below. Let me know what we should build next. Is it going to be our furniture factory, or is it going to be a shipyard? One of the big concerns to be thinking about throughout this whole process, though, is that we do not have the population to really do either one of them. So let me know down in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this real kind of quick, get our tool up and running, get a new law, get a new voting system in process, let me know that you liked it by hitting the like button, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good rest of your day.